Your son actually showed me a photo of you flying.
Yeah.
Can you talk me through what was going on in this photo?
The boys were sitting out on the grass, and I'd just done an air test, and they asked me when I'd done the air test if I'd give them a flyby. So I did. They had to duck out of the way. At that point, I'm about 6 feet off the ground.
Retired Squadron Leader Henry Prince, known as Red 7, was one of the founding members of the Red Arrows team.
They've got a great sense of self-preservation, so a lot of them jumped out of the way. Yeah.
Not just ornament, it's to enable them to see each other with precision, because they're...
It was these daring stunts that brought them to life, and 60 years on continues to wow crowds around the world.
We didn't realise that we were, doing anything tremendous. We were enjoying our flying. We were enjoying showing our team to the country. It certainly is nice to know that you were there at the start. And we can't believe that it's 60 years, really. We only thought it was going to last, a couple of years or so. We hoped, Lee had always hoped, that it would last forever as a national team, which other national teams have done. And now this one's looks like it's going to do as well.
They're an iconic team with an interesting past, with moments in history even we weren't familiar with. Forming in 1964, they started in the Folan Nat aircraft, which previously flew with the Yellow Jacks in its bright yellow exterior, similar to the one seen here with the Hawk T1. Like the Yellow Jacks, a number of display teams transformed into one unit to create the Red Arrows.
I did hear that the test pilots looked at the Nat, and they said it was all right for training, but for formation aerobatics it would be impossible. So we disproved the test pilots. Yeah. And you didn't want to move it too much because it was such a sensitive aeroplane. If you were straight and level doing 400 knots, and you put the stick hard over, you did a roll the rate of roll was 400 degrees a second. So you did one complete roll in less than a second.
Yes, it's a very cramped cockpit. There's not much room. And the pilots used to say you didn't as much get in the aircraft as put it on. It was a wonderful experience, so I would love to do it again.
No, we never dropped a show for unserviceability.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
In this dynamic trio, there are 2 pilots and 1 engineer sharing stories from the early days of the Red Arrows. While some things have changed, some traditions have stayed.
They do the servicing in the winter like we did, so we would start in probably October and work through till March, April, to get all the aircraft, all 10 of them, ready to fly again.
But there's a moment in their history where it all nearly ended.
What a lot of people don't know, even in the British Forces Broadcasting Corporation, is that the team was disbanded at the end of '65. That was it. People were posted to various places, and then somebody said, "Why have they disbanded them? They were a good team." And so they said, "Oh, right," so they reformed. And we reformed in '66. I came back to the team as the deputy leader to Ray, and we went from there. And thank goodness they kept it going.
But don't worry, they're back, and this year they're bringing the whole team. The Diamond 9 is expected to once again wow the crowds for the first time in 3 years.
So with it being our diamond anniversary, everyone can expect lots of diamond formation in the display this year. There are a few new manoeuvres that people, die-hard fans, may remember from 20 years ago. There's one, it's not a terribly exciting name, but the 4-5 split, which will involve the two sections doing an opposition pass to start off the second half. So that's something to look forward to. Very relatively simple, but quite a dynamic and impressive manoeuvre, so that's one to look forward to.
They've got a busy year under their wings with UK air shows and international tours, including Canada, all under the command of Red One, leading the team for the first time.
It does come with a bit of added pressure, but you know, that's part of the job. I knew that when I took over, and you kind of just have to park that to one side a little bit and make sure you put on the best performance you can when you're airborne, and see all those amazing smiles on the public when you put on a really good performance at one of the air shows in the summer.
Within 60 years, they've carried out 5,000 displays to nearly 60 countries, and it all started with a couple of pilots with a dream of making a national display team, a mission they certainly accomplished. Kirsty Chambers, Forces News, RAF Waddington. Thanks for watching. For more from Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.